China's economy. It's experiencing the sharpest slowdown since the global financial crisis in 2008. We had figures out on Friday, and they show the annual pace of economic growth slowed down to 7.6%. That's for the 3 months to the end of June. The previous quarter, growth was running at 8.1%. The government's been trying to revive the economy. It's been lowering interest rates, it's been lifting spending, and so on.
National Bureau of Statistics spokespersons say the latest figure is the lowest since the second quarter of 2009. That's when the global financial crisis pushed the growth rate below 7%. Some analysts say the Eurozone debt crisis is creating sluggish demand for Chinese products, and that's weighing down GDP. Others also cite weaker domestic demand because of uncertainties about the economy. National Bureau of Statistics spokesperson Sheng Laiyun says the government is aiming to stop the economic slowdown.
The Chinese government will continue to focus on steady growth, strengthening and adjusting the policies in a bid to maintain economic growth.
Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao lowered the country's growth target in March to 7.5% based on the ill effects of rapid growth. The level is down from last year's 8%. The government had been expecting a somewhat slower pace of growth in the past quarter, but the ongoing debt concerns in Europe could further hurt the Chinese economy. The Eurozone crisis could further dampen demand for exports and, in return, hurt domestic demand. Some economists expect Chinese authorities to resort to further interest rate cuts and other monetary easing measures to support the economy.
If you mentioned 7.6% GDP towards the British Chancellor George Osborne, he'd probably be cartwheeling around the Treasury with delight, given the negative GDP of Britain. That said, of course, it is a slowdown compared to the previous quarter, which was 8.1% and 8.9% prior to that. Remember, of course, GDP in this country, with its breakneck speed of industrialisation, has been running at around 10% for the last 3 decades.